Good afternoon from Sacred Space at Titania's Realm. It's 2:17 p.m. on the 8th of April 2024. It's been a really lovely day. It's hot. It's 30 degrees Celsius right now. Didn't feel that hot, but oh well, that's what my laptop says it is. We'll go with that. And I've just brought Charlie in. She's been out having tree time, climbing all over the frangipani and this tree that has a big yellow flower that she likes the nectar of, but I don't know the name of it. So she's had a lovely time. She's been out there for a few hours. And I've stripped my bed, which normally gets done on a Friday, but I didn't feel like doing it on Friday. So I stripped my bed and I've got lots of washing to do, and I've hung some washing out, and I've cleaned the filter in my fish pond, which also should have happened on Friday, but yeah, a few extra days are neither here nor there. And I've had a shower and washed my hair. Oh, my hair gets so lanky lately. I don't know what that's about. So, but anyway, I'm scrubbed up and I've, put on my nice earrings, and I'm ready to make a YouTube video now. Yay! The crowd goes wild. Anyway, so yes, so let us begin. I haven't got anything astonishing to say about any events of today so far, apart from the mundane housekeeping house details. I watched a Hocus Focus video hosted by Thomas Sheridan and Sarah Mondaini that they now do once a month on the first Sunday of the month. So today's topic was H.P. Lovecraft, which was, very interesting. I really enjoy their shows, so I'm kind of, not that I have many people watch my videos, but I'm kind of cross-promoting, and I've shared it on Facebook too, because I really enjoy their show. I really do. It's wonderful, wonderful discussions and stories of the paranormal, which is, one of my grand passions. And so that's how I spent my morning. I was doing that and listening to that while I was pottering around, getting myself sorted at my Sacred Space home and garden. So anyway, we'll carry on with today's readings of even date. Memories, 8th of April 2024. Socks playing with dolls and impending birthday blues. I don't have the birthday blues this year. I mean, I do have a funeral to attend the day before my birthday, but, it's my Elsa and I want to be there. But last year I had the most weird, awful, strange car just turned up. Probably the neighbours. Last year I had the most weird, awful feeling. I was not right. But then I kind of probably was intuiting on Bobo's death, because he died a few months after. So, yes, my darling, have a chippy. Oh my goodness, chippies. Chippies make Charlie very excited indeed. She was trying to break into the packaging. You see it? Yeah. Look at a guy. It's going to make a hell of a mess, but oh well, I can clean it up. I can clean up mess. So the strange car was someone buying a baby capsule. So the neighbours across the road must be selling off their baby gear, which means she's decided they only have one little boy. They must have decided they're not going to have any more and selling things off, which is fair enough, as you do. But anyway, I like how I keep abreast of the situation, and I make up stories because I don't know what they're really doing, but it just seems logical to me that that's why that's been sold. Anyway, speaking of baby stuff and holding on to the past, keeping reminders of everything, here's the photo of my beautiful socks, who is now in heaven, lying next to my porcelain dolls. Wait a minute, I've lost my grip on the phone. Lying next to the porcelain dolls, and yeah, my sweet little baby boy. I had to cover the spare bed with plastic because he just developed this weird habit of, for no reason that I can ascertain, shitting in the bed. And anyway, he had that habit for a while and then he upped and died, so it was probably a precursor that he was, you know, already not feeling all that well, and that should have been the hint, right? But I just thought he was acting out because the dog used to annoy them sometimes, and I thought it was because of that. Because the Nile's a long river in Africa. Anyway. 8th of April 2023. Trigger warning. Mention of support of survivors of child sexual abuse. And I posted a photograph that I'd taken of my 835 silver pods that I made out of a, what do you call it, African tulip tree kind of pods, and a gumnut baby in the middle. That's what the inside of a gumnut looks like when you pour molten silver into it. So I was taking delight in my creativity, but I haven't done anything with those African tulip. Oh no, they weren't African tulip tree. They were poinciana pods. Haven't done anything with them, so I probably could melt them down, turn them into something else. But oh well, I'll think about it. You know. But I had fun doing it. I wanted to see what patterns it would make and what they look like, and you know, it's just being exploratory to see what I could make out of things. Right, I don't know why that won't sit properly. Here's all my epic fails. I have to laugh. Trying to make a chain that Nick's Creative on YouTube was, you know, gave instructions how to make these twisted chain links, but they're all my fails up there. The soldering broke apart, and I'm laughing now. I can laugh about it now because I couldn't understand why they kept breaking apart. But you're meant to solder at the top of the link, not midway. So when I would twist it, the pressure would make it crack open. So after about 3 or 4 attempts at that, I realised what I was doing wrong, and then it didn't fail quite so often. Yay! But I have to laugh now that I can actually see what my mistakes were, and I can laugh about it now. But at the time, there was steam blowing out of my ears, and I was pretty fucking pissed off. Here I write, I'm trying to make a sterling silver basic twist chain inspired by Nick's creative stuff on YouTube. Out of 20 by 12 millimeter jump rings, I have only successfully made 3. The rest had to be resoldered, some melted, and most fell apart. This is hard, so much wastage. 1 meter of 1 millimeter thick sterling silver wire for 3 twisted jump rings. Gar. But it's kind of fun, so I will persevere. Looking forward to making an entire chain necklace, which at this rate is going to cost me a lot in wasted silver. I did make this hard for myself by adding an extra twist instead of only 2 twists in his video. The wasted broken jump rings or twists will be cast into something else, smiley face, So it's not really a waste. I just need to alchemize them into a different form. All good. And my hashtags on Instagram were Titania's Realm, Sterling Silver Twist Chain, Crazy is as crazy does, Creativity, Joy, What Zombie Apocalypse, Mindfulness, Clarity, Inspiration, Keep Hope Afloat, Thanks for the Memories, Magic Happens, The Psychedelic Dreamer's Dreaming, and Baby Steps. Because if I'm going to do hashtags on Instagram, I'm going to, be playful and mischievous as well and be creative. Just saw a bird fly out into my eaves. So here I write, an hour and a half there and back. This was going to Whites Hill Reserve and back. It was slower coming back as Beauregard and I started to fade fast going uphill. But he has food. I had exercise. He was a happy dog all the way, except when I had to tie him up while I went into Woolies. He was so distressed, standing at attention, whining quietly, that when I came out of the exit, he did not even notice me, as he was concentrating so damn hard on the entrance where I had disappeared into. Poor darling. He had terrible separation anxiety. He couldn't be away from me for 5 minutes. Oh, my poor little darling. He was such a good dog. When his eyes finally realised I was coming from a different direction, he gave me his best scowl. But honestly, he will need to get used to this, at least until next week or the week after, because the car had fucking broken down or some shit. Anyway, dear goddess, I hope and pray those dolls sell, which they did by the grace of the gods. I hope the mechanic can fix my car without added expenses. I hope I can drive it to Brookside safely. I hope I can escape this hell loop of constant spiralling poverty. Amen, sister. I can't do this existence much longer. Certainly not even 5 years until some negative, toxic waste dump of a scientist predicts we're all going to die at the hands of AGI. Fuck that shit. And fuck that negative fucking doom gloomer scientist, by the way. A fellow Jew like me. The man needs electric shock therapy or antidepressants. He actually told his children they only had 5 years to live. I mean, that's fucking child abuse. Couldn't even give them, hope. It's just disgusting how these people get on YouTube and peddle their fucking death culture and death cult and doom and gloom and misery. Oh, has anyone heard about the eclipse? Oh, they're all losing their minds. It's like, grow up, get something to do with your time. If you haven't got a job, get a fucking hobby. Go for a walk, breathe relatively fresh air, as fresh as you can get it. I know we're all poisoned now, but just get off your bullshit. I'm sick of it. It's too much. Live, prosper, thrive. If you can't thrive and prosper, fake it till you make it, like I do every fucking day. Which reminds me, Mama T has to go and buy some food because I've run out of food and I've got to eat for the week, and I hate buying groceries because you've got to walk around with all the other zombies. Well, at least they're not all wearing masks now, thank God. But, you got to walk around with all these soulless people who have evacuated themselves. The lights are on, but nobody's kind of home. You have inane conversations with them at the checkout. It's getting more and more bizarre, people. Anyway. The gods decree how long they intend to tussle me like a dumped dog in a scrapyard. Indeed. Not any mortal or machine, even if there is a ghost in the machine. I have gotten us through before, and I will again. I just need to get stronger and healthier and more determined. Maybe even buy my groceries online so I don't have to deal with the fucking evacuated, soul-depleted numbnuts that I meet out in public. Not everyone. Every now and then you're walking around, you can see someone with their heart lights still on, and they're like, it's like this moment of recognition. Oh, a twin soul. There's someone still alive out there in their own body, mind and spirit. But by the gods, old Charlie's had the most wonderful time. Look at this. Just look at it. Just bloody look. What you doing, Charlie? It's a blustery day after last night's epic electrical storms. Very warm though. I need to take a bus to the shops to buy more dog food. I didn't, as you can see where I wrote later on, I walked there and back. Hour and a half fucking walk, man. It was a long walk. It's a public holiday on Monday, Easter Monday. Gah. I'm writhing with anxiety, but really it's not that big a deal. I'm missing my car already. Hopefully the woman that promised to buy my living dead dolls follows through on Tuesday, so I can use that money to fix the brakes on my car. I often think about selling the car, as it costs me so much to run, but without it, only a week without it, and I'm a complete mess. The worlds are colliding, and I am forced to sell everything I have just to keep afloat long enough to survive to the next disaster. And what will happen when I have nothing left to sell, when my car breaks down again, for fuck's sake? And then I had a message from Spirit. Have faith, Tanya. And I responded, yeah, right. Last night I watched an AGI scientist on Lex Fridman's podcast tell the world population, which is really just the people that watch YouTube, that particular video, but, a little bit of hyperbole on my part there, that AGI will kill all of humanity in 5 years' time. Frankly, the dude looked autistic, was atheistic, a lapsed Jew, was depressed. I was enraged by it. I'm trying to think what his name was. I didn't mention his name here, but I was bloody enraged. I'm still enraged about it. Oh, that's right. Somebody, Yudkowsky. Yudkowsky, go and sniff some fucking glue, dude, or I don't know, have some ECT or do some mushrooms. I don't normally promote drug use, but you need a hit of something. You either need a hit of something that gives you a little bit of cosmic consciousness, or you need a crack on the skull, because you're not right, dude. Seriously. This is how they peddle fear to the population with all their bullshit. I mean, it might not be bullshit, to be fair. It might really manifest. But it's not for the lack of all that feeding into it, like a feeding hell loop, You feed ugliness long enough, ugliness will come after you. Like, try and keep yourselves fucking pristine and in harmonic resonance and some kind of balance. Put some music on for your kids you told they were going to die, by the way, and dance with them like I used to with my kids when we were under perpetual threat at Waterford West by fellow Jews and Israelis, by the way. Fuck off, dickheads. There is a way to navigate life, and one of the ways is to know thyself, to be true to yourself at all times, and to never ever let the bastards grind you down, because there's so many. There's always a bastard in any echelon of society, at least one. So are you going to live by their fucking evil and negativity and lack of imagination and awe and wonder and magic and hope? Or are you going to just crawl around like a sucked out, vacuumed out meat sack of writhing negativity and just be an ass for the rest of your life? Scientists. Trust the scientists. You can't trust people like that. Tell their own children they're going to die in 5 years. Oh, it's a disgrace. I'm still livid about it, and this was what, a year ago or so? What year was it? Where were we? Dealing with fucking fuck knuckles grinds my gears. Because I've survived worse idiots than that. Yes, it was a year ago, 2023. Right, Yudkowsky. I want a 20-page apology. I want you to get therapy, dude. And I want you to start treating your kids like they have the most beautiful future ahead of them, no matter fucking what, no matter how, no matter who. Or else I hope your wife divorces you and takes a kid somewhere where they can have a safe upbringing with people who are positive and at least a little bit uplifting. I get about the major depression and the PTSD because I had to raise my kids well off my nut most of the time, very, very fragile and weakened and ill, while under constant bloody threat. So pull yourself together, you fucking weaklings. The total eclipse is going to kill us all. No, it's not. It's not. There's been many total eclipses in history. Many. Honestly. Twat gobblers. They really are twat gobblers. Yudkowsky. As I wrote, I was enraged by it, just like I was enraged with the COVID epoch terrorising the world population into submission. Yes, Charlie. If he's right and all we have is 5 years of existence left, then we better make peace with what is and love ourselves and our planet enough to live fully, joyously, righteously, and surround ourselves with good, kind people who love us, as when or if it ends, all we will have left is that love. As I said, raise your children properly. Give them hope. Hope can be a gilded, lying hag too, but give them something for the love of all the gods. I worked that out decades ago. All the fripperies, vanities, hedonistic, transient activities mean nothing when faced with actual immolation, by the way. So have faith. We are going to march forward on that tiny fragment of hope that the gods gifted me at my last near-death experience. They take and take and take, but leave me with that jewel of hope that is more priceless than plutonium. And again, a message from my spirit people. Hold your head up high, Tanya. We've got this. Thanks, angels. I think, therefore I am. Blessed and grateful and stoic. I don't know what's happened to our education system in the last 30, 40 years that can produce scientists who are so weak and inept and lack the art of stoicism, by the way. I guess they don't hand that out in ivory tower syndrome, gilded lilies, and along with their degrees. It's just outrageous. 8th of April 2021. Socks loves the porcelain dolls that are waiting for me to wash them. He managed to knead a wig off one of the dolls, which was rather weird and amusing. They don't look very comfortable to lie on, as some have composite bodies and the sharp edges from the stands, but he sort of shuffles them around the bottom of the bed. He has had more fun with them in the past 2 weeks than I ever had. Bless his fluffy, furry socks. And here he is again. I miss him. I miss him. Yudkowsky needs to get himself a cat or a dog and go for long walks and meditate on his intellectual prowess that has turned him stupid. You can be so brilliant that you're actually stupid and have no common sense, by the way. Telling his children they've got 5 years to live. By the gods. All right, you've made a fine mess there, Charlie. Keeping it real with Charlie. He needs to keep it real with someone. God. Fuck! My man just fucking quit. That'll send me troppo. Now I have to find another one. What the fuck? Interestingly, I had a feeling this would happen. Charlie, don't climb that, darling. Come here. Come here. Because you'll put scratches on it with your claws, that's why. Yes, there's a reason I don't want you climbing that. Yes, I know. You was a very good girl. Yes. You want to poop in my hair, even though I moved my hair out the way. She's still intrigued by my hair. And I posted a photograph taken from a sign at the Gosford Anglican Church. Survivors, we hear you, we believe you, we love you. And I'm not Anglican, nor am I Christian, but thank you to the minister or whoever put that sign up on that church. Our hearts go out to survivors of clerical child sexual abuse today. Good Friday has come early for you, and Easter seems a long way off. Take heart, this is not the end of it for #PAL. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. MLK, that must be Martin Luther King, right? No chewing my earrings. You can't have those to chew because that bit's plastic and you'll wreck it. No, Charlie. No, Charlie. She's aiming for the earring. 8th of April 2020. Chag Sameach, Chag Pesach Sameach Kulam. Happy Passover, everyone. No, told you can't have it. Mine. I got all dressed up for my outing, for my debrief with my psychiatrist. All the best people have one, darlings. But alas, he is so afraid of COVID that we are now doing my therapy session over the phone instead. Lol, all good. I have been playing music and singing and occasionally dancing all day. I have polished my copper and brass door ornaments and my porthole at the front door. Note to self, must buy a new mirror for it and some more portholes for around the house to reflect negative energy back to those who send it. Winky face. Do need a new mirror. They go manky over time when they're outside. In spite of yesterday's horrible news about Cardinal George Pell, the animal, I feel triumphant, not sure why. But I am riding and rising high and have every confidence in the cosmic retribution. I can feel it coming in my bones. Yes, sirree, nothing is more exquisite than a woman warrior goddess whose time has come. I am pouring so much love into myself and all fellow CSA survivors. So much love and power, so we shall cleanse ourselves of this filth and treachery. No one will be forgotten, only those like my half-sister who protected their perverts. Sighs, almost our birthdays. Strange birthday present from the multiverses. Plague and poxy predatory cardinals corruptly gaining their freedom. But I call upon the Holy One, giver of life. Hear me now, see me now, believe in your little one, as I have often, foolishly but unreservedly, believed in you. Let there be light, awakening, holiness, righteousness, purification. Emet, Amen for Salah. Emet means truth. 11:11 a.m. My angels are a strange breed, but a force to be reckoned with. We await, breathlessly as usual, the reckoning. Indeed we do. 8:26 a.m. I woke up an hour ago. Actually, Bobo woke me up whining, so I let him out. He took so long to come back in that I made a cup of tea and randomly started singing. Bobo comes back in and looks alarmed that I am singing. Yes, Charlie. I say, I know, Bobo, I have a phobia, but it happens sometimes. He rolls his eyes. We crawl back into bed. I put on Concrete Blonde and sing Everybody Knows. Then Walking in London, which bemuses me as it so accurately defines my connection, well, my former connection, with Dave. Ho-hum. I'm a walking antenna, a revivified zombie living my psychedelic dream, while staying alive seamlessly in the seam of a life ill-begotten and, pardon me, bizarre. Such is my life. Yes, Charlie. Such is your life, Charlie? She says, no, I have a good life, Mama T. I got you to look after me. Such is my life, which I honour as I have survived them all. No one dares fuck with the Tanya. I earned my feminine mystique and power the hard way. I managed to get myself and my kids through that life without resources or support and without killing anyone. And by the gods, those bastards deserve to be killed for threatening my little girls on a daily basis for 18 months. It's one of the biggest regrets of my life is that those bastards are still walking around, drawing breath, getting away with their crimes against myself and my babies. But now I am on my last nerve. Be wary of pushing me too far, mofos. My spirit people laughing from the shadows. They know, I know. Okay, so here we go. Another day in paradise for this little hellion. Bring me Sleipnir. We ride through another collective betrayal of child sexual abuse survivors everywhere. Through shit and dust, in God we trust, and dust to dust, ashes to ashes. There will be tribulation, but there will be rejoicing again. Just another storm, another kick when we were already oppressed by COVID, cabin fever, and governmental lies. Another bullshit drama on a writhing planet, twirling in her magnetic magnificence, shaking off her fly-blown humans like the vermin we truly are. But Gaia loves us. Yes, she does, Charlie. Yes, she does. Well, she loves you birdies anyway. Those of us pure of heart, with clear consciences and laughter freckled with mirth. Her mind recognises all her children, even the most pesky ones. All is not lost. We rise and shine and begin again. 8th of April 2018. I posted an article on the lesser known spiritual power of hair. Growing my hair as long as it will grow. I want my mana and my Viking braid, and to be beautiful in my older age, my crondom. What do you say about that, Charlie? Oh, you was already pretty, Mama T. Don't worry. We'll get old together, you and I. So then I wrote later on, I need to go out and buy cake ingredients, or an actual cake, in tribulation and trepidation for my impending birthday. But I can't be bothered to get off the couch or put on a bra or get dressed in clothes that aren't a holy house frock, so it ain't gonna happen. Nuh-uh, fool, not today. Mama T got processing of shit to do and maybe some cosmic downloading. 'Cause things are gonna change around here. I am gonna get well and happy again, and nothing and no one is gonna stop me. Okay, the gods can and will, but they kind of keep me alive for their own reality show on Planet X, so they love me enough to gift me with just enough to survive each day and a kick or two for good measure. No more kicks, please. No more fucking kicks. Glory, glory, hallelujah. The goddess within is manifesting without. Look out, I got this. Be'ezrat Hashem, that means by the will of God. May I be lifted up on eagle's wings and fly over the mountains and down to the sea of eternity. But in the meantime, blech. They took the wrong Phillips. I would gladly have swapped places with him last Thursday. Just shitful. I was grieving my father's cousin, so what's that? It's my first cousin. Once removed, or am I his second cousin? Anyway, I was grieving his loss. He got killed in a car accident. And it was very distressing indeed. I have always known this was going to be a magical and powerful year for me. So many closures and cosmic resolutions already, and it is only April. Visitations from shades of my past, including my sweet nephew, the biological nephew of my ex-husband, who called himself Shady Boy, and how prescient that was to be. My ex-husband was Shady Boy, not my nephew. But, you know. I enjoyed my brief time with Mark and his family, however. Not his fault, the actions of his parents and vile uncle. Oh, Charlie. May he merit a peaceful, joyous life. In recent weeks, former lovers and former friends were presented to me like despoiled trophies of villainous cats. I actually agreed to meet up with one of them. Ha ha, the Tanya, ever the forgiving, optimistic, hopeful one. Never mind. I wish I knew what drew that man out of the deadly abyss. Probably idle curiosity, or yet another set-up. No matter. Not the one I am in love with anyway. Just another damaged man with an inability to meet me as I am. A mirage. I will say that at least he was respectful, i.e., did not try to cajole me or manipulate me into a sexual encounter, as he knows how that ended up. Messy, convoluted, tragic. So here we go, another adventure. I will have to ride this roller coaster to the penultimate end. No true authentic lovers, no luck. Never mind, the gods have better plans for me. I can feel it in my waters. My fiery spirit is flickering great inferno bliss balls and finding peace in my own becoming. Bedazzling but humbling. Mama T needs to go to water to balance out her energies. I surrender to the psychedelic dreaming, to the magic happening, and to the great and powerful awakening. It's spiritual, it's mine. I am my beloved, and my beloved is mine. Happiness is an inside job, even if the sea monkeys still have my money laughing my ass off. You can't buy or borrow or steal all that I am. 22 years of therapy hasn't healed it or diminished it. 25 years of therapy now. Psych drugs almost killed it, but I fought back, and hard. What didn't kill me made me, if not stronger, then certainly a unique creature of awesomeness and honour. Oh, and my favourite and most bittersweet horror story of all, men have made me who I am today. 8th of April 2017. I keep seeing 11s, more big changes coming my way. Charlie's tail's in the way of the screen. I had a realisation today that since they are posting my father's ashes up on Monday, they might arrive on my birthday on Wednesday. How ironic. The bad penny would arrive on my week of celebration just to fuck my vibe. But I am not going to let him do that. He is only smoke and ashes, baby. The residue of a pedophile enabler, narcissist enabler, schizoaffective sexual predator on his own adult daughter. But let me try to think of one nice thing to say about that creature from hell. He had big blue eyes with long lashes that made my dumbass desperado mother swoon enough to create me, and a great sense of absurdist humour. Okay, that is two nice things. I pray once I deposit his remains on King Island, Wellington Point, that God grants my prayer that I never meet any of those ghouls in any future lifetime. I am done with their epic saga of evil. Done and dusted, dust to dust. I humbly beg the Holy One to forgive me of any sins I have committed, to have been begotten by such bastardry, and I heal myself to the 10th generation before me, those poor Phillipses, such ill-fated DNA and tormented lives. I beg Adonai, please let me slip into another timeline on the sacred geometric sphere and have the love I yearned for all my life, a genuine, loving, kind, respectful, loyal, faithful, fun life partner, so I can die knowing I had the love of my life with me until the end to compensate for all those other psychopathic abusers. If that is never to be my fate, then let me die a happy woman, replete with the wisdom and grace that I am a good, kind, powerful woman who deserved so much more than life tossed at her. Psychedelic dreamer dreams a dream of all little girls not fully developed by handicaps of cascades of trauma, poverty, and neglect. One day, I will wake up and laugh at the great cosmic joke that was played on me and close my eyes and enter another paradigm. Or disappear to oblivion. My people await me in Valhalla or in the Ein Sof Or, but in the meantime, I got life to do. Blessed be the Holy One, who creates the world anew for me each day, who girds my heart and mind with mana and heals my body so I can continue to co-create this world and bring forth beauty, creativity, love, so much love and happiness to everyone I know. May we all merit to know a peaceful earth. Amen v'salah. Today I discovered the cause of yesterday's tummy troubles, oh dear goddess. Out of date cereal, 4 months out of date. This is bitchin', 'cause frankly it tasted great. Must have been the fermented cranberries. Thanks, Food Bank, for the fucking righteous food poisoning. Laughing my ass off, literally. Shitting my ass off as well. Charity begins at home with fresh food. Grrr. Next time I better check the use-by dates. Death by charity cereal is rather ignoble and embarrassing. It's okay. I live to shit another day. P.S. I love my life, winky face. I make my own muesli sometimes now. At least then I know what's in it and that it's fresh. Seriously. Life is just one ever seeping stream of fucking effluent sometimes. But I'm good at turning life's shittiness into spiritual gold. Home from a lovely night out with my beautiful friends, Jenny and Karen. Oh my, no toes, no feet, but much happier for shaking down some evil incarnated spirits. The dance floor copped it a bit. No more ugly hearts. The Tanya is back on her feet, just for today, as tomorrows are always another matter entirely. I am so grateful for my blessed, beautiful friends who love me even though I can be an ornery, extraordinary, crazy motherfucker-upper. Smiley face. I love my life, what is left of it. I had to fight for myself so many times that even Thor and Odin treat me with circumspection when they see me marching down the street. Okay, that is a thing. Oh my goodness, Charlie. Okay, that is a fantasy. But the gods and goddesses... Oh, you've caught your claw in the... What are you doing? You had your claw caught in the camera hole for the thing. Hope you haven't damaged that, Missy. It's a worry, isn't it? Ow! Are you going to bite me now, you savage little bitch? All right, bite your mother. I don't care. It's not the end of the world. I could bite you back, though, if I was mean. She says, Mama, don't be silly. You would never bite me. She's acting all sweet now. She just bit me quite hard, and now she's acting like butter wouldn't melt in its mouth. Where was I? Okay, that is a fantasy, but the gods and goddesses and the supernal Holy One, creator of all that is, was, ever will be, hears my prayer, my sorrow, and blesses me with unconditional love. Don't do it, girlfriend. We're going to have a fight about that. Yes, we are. There will be a fight. You will go back in your cage. Don't give me a dirty look. She really is a new world leader. She's taken over since the dog died. Where was I? Creator of all that is, was, ever will be, hears my prayer, my sorrow, and blesses me with unconditional love and strength in the face of derision and humiliation. It was lovely to be welcomed home by my beautiful Beauregard, as like all dogs, unlike men, he is incapable of lying to me. Dogs never ever lie about the intensity of their love for you. They also have, I told you not to chew on that earring, Charlie. Maximus naughtiness today. They also have a great sense of humour. No, don't even think about it. I was singing, I love the thought of coming home to you, even if I know we can't make it. And he just laughed and licked my face. Now we enjoy a hot bath and soon as schluff, that means sleep, and I have to do it all again tonight. Dance until every ounce of me is driven into the ground, then soar like an eagle. I must have been a bit healthier or stronger back in 2017 if I was doing 2 nights in a row, but Jesus. Well, I've got to build my stamina up. I'll just have to wait till my bladder settles down and then I'll go into full warrior goddess stamina mode, and it's going to be awesome, people, when my bladder settles down and I get proper sleep. I had 5 hours solid sleep from 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. I woke up, and I didn't pee in that 5-hour block. I had solid rest, and then I woke up busting to pee. So I did that. And then I thought, well, I'm still a bit tired, so I went back and laid down, tried to sleep, and I just kind of snoozed slightly. I wasn't really deeply asleep till about 9:30, so I kind of got, 6.5 hours sleep, but really only 5 was restorative sleep. But anyway, 5 hours is a good night for me. That was a good, a good rest. So, I mean, not enough for me, but better than nothing, right? 8th of April 2016. Are you aiming to get that earring again? Are you? She is too. She's moving to get the earring. Right, you got the earring now. What are you going to do now? Nothing. Because I'm not letting you have it. That's why. Where was I? Not going out tonight, currently having a panic attack, complete with chills and diarrhea, very triggered. Bad mood and upset about lawns and been fighting with trolls all day. Best I keep myself safe and quiet until my mood improves. That's how much difficulty I've had with lawn mowing over the years. It's been fucking intense, people. Absolutely intense. We are back, smiley face. I had to walk home with Beau in the basket. He didn't like the speed of me riding with him, so jumped out. I think he enjoyed being walked in the basket though. Hard work for me, but still exercise. I have been to the servo and filled the tyres on Crystal's bike with air. A nice young man saw me beet red and struggling as the back tyre was completely flat, and I did not know you had to hold the tyre up. I was furious with myself, but he offered to help, so I learnt something new today. See, Mama T finds earth angels everywhere, doesn't she? Ah. Bobo, Bicycle and I are now at the big dog park so Bobo can let off some steam. Then we will go for a ride in the forest if he lets me. I put him in the basket to cross the pedestrian crossing. He was okay with that for a short while. I need to get a loan to buy a ride-on mower, dear goddess. I kind of still dream about that really, because my current man is getting very bloody unreliable too. It's just awful, and he did such a shitty job. The grass it was only done on Monday. It's already up. It's just milking more money out of you, milking more money all the time. Probably needs to sharpen his blades or replace the blades on his mower too. But anyway, it's all a scam, people. I feel really scammed and distressed because I've got better things to think about and do with my mind than stress over freaking grass, right? It's such a waste of my energy. My grass is stressing me out. It grows so quick. So I've contacted the NIL scheme, hopefully hear back from them on Monday, which I did indeed get a loan and I did indeed buy a mower, and then still couldn't do the work. It was still too hard for me. So now I have this man from the Islamic Women's Association, but honestly, getting harder and harder to get him to show up and do the work. Crystal and I are very pleased to be in touch with her cousin Mark Cohen. In a family of narcissists and sociopaths who did me a lot of damage, it seems we three are the only ones who grew up to be decent people. Well, that's open to interpretation, isn't it? It's all in the eye of the beholder, darlings. All in the eye of the beholder. It is so heartwarming to know we are not alone in a sea of enmity. I was actually afraid for her to be in contact with anyone on that side of the family, except Mark and Michael's cousin Eleanor, who used to sit and knit with me when I was pregnant with Crystal. She was very kind. By doing the family tree, I met another cousin, Maris Rubellini, who resides in Sicily, and she too was very kind. She gave me so much information on Harry's line, my father-in-law of blessed memory, which was very generous. Crystal plans to go to Italy in a few months' time. When she's saved up enough, I will ask Maris if she would like to meet my daughter, which that never eventuated, which is a shame. Would have liked her to meet her because she's a very nice, very kind, supportive, cousin, even though I'm technically not really her cousin since I'm divorced from her cousin, but she was very sweet to me and kind. 8th of April 2015. This Arvo, very late Arvo, I got bitten on the foot by presumably a green ant. The pain is really intense. I guess my pain threshold is very low, My feet are so sensitive since I had septic arthritis. The chronic pain I've had on my left ankle since February 14th has finally eased, but only in the past few days, and it still gives me jip. I love being barefoot in the garden with Mushu dragging the ribbon behind me. Oh, sorry, I've skipped a paragraph. You can see I'm getting tired. My brain's just doing little puddlings about. I love being barefoot in the garden. So the next nice day, soon, I'm going to find that bloody ant nest and annihilate the nasty buggers. I mean, I enjoy playing in the grass with Mushu dragging the ribbon behind me. I enjoyed sitting on the grass cuddling socks. I didn't even see the damn ants. Here I write later that day. I'm taking a moment from posting or commenting on the devastating, to me anyway, issue of child sexual abuse, which I have recently discovered myself educating about from my own horrible experiences and advocating for. It's a stunningly beautiful sunny afternoon, warm but with cool, crisp breezes. The chickens are happy, scratching around. Sophie is sitting on the table beside me, coveting the leftover fish food. Mushu has been up here and ate some of it, like his Uncle Socks. Oh, Kookaburra on the line. Like his Uncle Socks, he is quick to get into any tasty morsels. I took the fish food away from them, not sure it is safe. My dragon fruit is in bloom. Perhaps another fruit will ripen this time. No, they're all fallen off again. It's a tragedy. My moods cycle from happy to despairing and back again in minutes, freshly triggered CPTSD. The sword of Damocles slices both ways from joy to oblivion, but will eventually slow to a standstill, right in the middle, so I can wriggle out from under it and run freely and amok. Oh, how I love to run amok. Full moon follies for the wild and wounded. God bless us all. Smiley face. I am grateful for the abundant love that is given to me. Lucky, blessed woman. 8th of April 2014. I just woke up from a 2.5 hour nap. Boy, my bones ache. 10:28 p.m. Crystal just rang and is finally in her new home, so I know she is home safe. She is up again at 6 a.m. for work. I am so exhausted physically, but wired mentally, laughing out loud. I might get up now and have something to eat and watch TV or a DVD. The cool change in the weather tonight feels great. Home from helping Crystal move the last of the stuff out. She only had 2 hours sleep, so she was exhausted. She has my car for the next 3 days as she has gigs and work. I am glad to be home and that Crystal's move is over. It's epic moving. I pray I get to stay in my house a long time. And I shared an article, you want to be a backseat driver with this new incredible technology out of Israel. And I wrote, when I was a kid, I kept myself entertained by watching the scenery or watching the moon follow our car. We sang songs, told jokes, made up riddles. More than often I slept as my parents were screamers, so I just avoided listening to their crap. Or I would read. I was never bored in a car, just mostly traumatised by my dad's driving. True. Not sleeping, listening to strange squalling in the night. Possums? Bats? Anyway, it's 3:44 a.m. and I have been lying here since 2 a.m. Tired too. So Seroquel it is, and back to somnolence and cuddles with my cat. Penny is going to be pissed off on Wednesday when Socks and Sophie arrive. I'm taking in 2 new cats who need a home for a while. There will be cat spats for a few days, then harmony will reign supreme again. I think Penny will enjoy having some fellow felines to share a home with once she gets over the initial shock. She will have company on de Mama's wild nights out. So yes, that was the year and a half before I bought Beauregard and welcomed him into our family. 8th of April 2011. I slept until 12ish today, 12 hours plus the 2-hour nap yesterday. Arvo, what the hell? I'm so tired, and I have not even been working in the garden or around the house, but had a lovely day with Lynn. I feel really blah too. Oh well, tomorrow I might get a natural energy burst from the etheric body, laughing out loud, or fake it till I make it. I need to have more fun. That meant I was going dancing, people, not the other kind of fun. 8th of April 2010. Just had a bit of burl in the garden. A bit of a burl in the garden. Planted some pansies and decorated the little pots around the staircase. Just the slightest effort made me break out into a sweat. I'm in denial about my bad asthma and shallow breathing, laughing out loud. But hey, the garden looks great for the first time in years. Now all I need is lots of mulch and a, pardon me, reliable lawn mowing man. Emphasis on reliable and one that does a proper job. He used to do such a good job when he was the first year he mowed for me. Now he doesn't give a fuck. Burnout. Absolute burnout. Oh, my tarot card of today is strength, and after this morning's activities, I need all the strength I can get. It's funny how weirdly accurate these random computer-generated cards can be sometimes, although yesterday's was nasty, laughing out loud. I'm the only person I know to have slept through 2/3 of my life and still find life interesting and surprising. I mean, I've missed most of it. All you busy, active, invigorated people must be so annoyed with me right now. And thus concludes today's readings of Even Date, and I hope there was something of there in amongst all of that was of value to you or of interest or that you resonated with. And have a beautiful day, afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are in the space-time continuum on planet Earth. Stay sane, stay happy, stay wild, stay free, stay carefree as much as is humanly possible. Love the ones who love you back in equal measure. Give and take, flux and flow. Honour thine ancestors, the ancient ones who seeded us on this planet, gifted us survival and thrival on this planet. And what else can I say? And oh yes, never ever let the bastards grind you, me, us down. Big agape love to you all. Speak to you tomorrow.